terms, so like radicals. So you can only combine like radicals. Like radicals have the same root index and the same radicand. What part of it, the radicand? It's the part that's underneath the radical. So I'll highlight that. That's the radicand. So what's underneath the radical must be the same thing in order to add, okay, or subtract. And when you do that, all you have to do is add or subtract the numbers or the coefficients out front, okay? Okay, the first thing that we do, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to have to simplify everything. The first couple problems that we do, we will not need to simplify, okay? And then we'll move into, that's why they're 2 days, because we'll move into harder ones tomorrow. So to combine like radicals, add the coefficient, so the coefficient is just the number out front, and keep the same radical. So what's underneath the radical will stay the same throughout once you have simplified. Okay? So what you start with after you've simplified is what you should end with in your problem. Okay, and I believe we have 3 problems here for day 1, and then we'll put a couple more just in our notebook also. Playing. So, if you notice on problem number 1, underneath the radical, they both have a 6. That means they are like terms. Okay? So you are going to add the coefficients. This coefficient is 5. The number in front of the other one is 1. 5 plus 1 is, so you have 6, the square root of 6. That's it, when they're like radicals already. Okay. For number 2, notice they have the same root index, and they have the same radicand, number underneath the radical. So here we are going to do 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So you get 4, the cube root of 3. That's it.
So the only time you multiply them, they're not like terms.
The only time you simplify, yes. Yes. Okay? So now we're going to do question number 3. These are not like terms. Okay? Yes. No, you do. So you have to simplify both of these first. So I'm going to, on the side, I'm going to factor 18, which will be, how do you want to factor 18? 2 and 9, and then 9 would be 3 and 3. Okay? Here are my branches, so what's going to come out of this? A 3. So on the outside of the square root of 18, this is really 3, the square root of 2. Okay, I simplified that. That's what we started with last Monday. Okay, and now I'm going to do 32. So if, what is it? 2 and 16, and then 16, 4 and 4, and 4 would be 2 and 2. So if I look at my leaves there, I would have 2 groups of 2. So on the outside, I'm going to have 4, 2 times 2. And on the inside, I'm left with 2. You notice how I started with something that didn't look like they were like terms, but I simplified them to they were like terms.
And so you highlight what's inside, and then you add 3 and 4.
Right. 3 plus 4 is 7. So we get 7, the square root of 2.